Board of Assessment Appeals, Room 2, March 9th, 2026, 4 o'clock p.m. Hearings, Neil Fink. Okay, so welcome. My name is Neil Fink. I'm one of the 7 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal today. The hearing is also being recorded. The current time is 6:12 p.m. And what will happen today, we'll go through a couple of just procedural things, then I'll hear your appeal and the evidence that you brought to justify the value that you're asking for. Mm-hmm. And then I'll explain again at the end, but I'll present your case to a majority of the board, and then a group of people will actually make the ultimate decision as to, whether and, what type of reduction you may be entitled to. So just to validate that we have all the right information and so that it's recorded for the record, this is Appeal 675, 41 Ferguson Drive, Linda Zarelli. Mm-hmm. You're the homeowner, mm-hmm. I guess? Okay. The town valued your property at $1,044,800. You're requesting that be reduced to $850,000. And I'm sorry, your name?
Is that a set, Louis Zarelli?
Okay.
Is that a set number, the 850?
Technically, the board could decide that you are entitled to a reduction to a different amount in between.
Yeah. Between those two.
Yeah. Louis, how do you spell your name?
Louis.
Okay, Louis. And the same last name?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fix that, because originally you were going to see a different member of the board. Okay, so I have to swear you in, because this is a legal proceeding, I guess. If you could raise your right hand, and do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, so now that we've done that, I'll have both of you sign here. You could just sign next to each other on this line.
Okay.
It's the other line, I guess, technically, if you had like an attorney or a representative or something. And I'm just going to countersign that, and then we can jump into your field. Keep forgetting the date. Right. Okay, so now really, this is your time to present your case, whatever documents or information you brought to justify the ask of $850,000.
I just want to look at this while I'm speaking.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, the property we have, to me, it's a very unorthodox piece of property. It's very slanted. It's on incline. The whole, almost about 80% of the property. We think we have a deficit paying taxes on a half acre that we can't really use that much. The backyard is inaccessible except for 14 feet. And, fair market value, I'm expected to be appraised at $1,044,000. I don't think I could ask somebody to pay that kind of money, or $1 million over $1 million for a place we couldn't even put a swing set addition to the house or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just taking some notes here as I capture what you say. I'm not familiar with Thompson Street. What area is that in? Like
Mill Plain Road.
Okay.
It's halfway between the 95 and Merritt Parkway.
Wait, what's
okay.
Thompson Street? Thompson Street? It's Ferguson.
It's Ferguson. I'm really glad that you, because I asked you that because I'm on the wrong sheet here.
Ferguson Drive.
Okay, I'm glad that I said that because I'm on the wrong sheet here. Wait a minute, sorry.
But he answered it the same way.
Yes. Okay.
Right off the Mill Plain.
Okay.
Right before
That makes
Wilson.
And that makes more sense because you said you're on about a half acre, and the property I was looking at is on like a tenth of an acre. That's what I was like kind of questioning what neighborhood you were in. So, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so it's sort of an unusual property with limited functionality.
To say the least, actually. One of my biggest concerns is the septic system. Septic system is 40 years old, 50 years old. What comes into play there is septic systems don't last that long. It's on the verge of being. Another thing I could ask somebody to pay over $1 million for, a house building inspector would cancel that right out. The big thing about that is the septics. There's sewer all around Ferguson Drive. Ferguson Drive, there's two houses on there on septic, and there's no sewer on Ferguson Drive.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious. Look map here. Oh, I see. So you're like pretty close to Stilson there, and like I guess if it.
It's over 300 feet, right?
No, Mill Plain. From
right. So okay, I know. So if the road went through, it'd almost be like, but it's like Orchard Hill Lane is right kind of behind. They don't connect.
They did it one time.
Okay. Okay, I know exactly that neighborhood. I have family that lives right down the street from you in Mill Plain. Okay. So that's interesting that they never extended the sewer from Mill Plain
They never went
down
in
to that street.
road. But then Crystal Lane is almost identical next to me, and they have sewer. So I think it's a hardship. I've tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
And
well, I priced the sewer out. And per foot it would cost roughly $82,000 to put a sewer line. You know, if my septic went bad, or anybody's septic went bad, it lives in the house, it would cost $82,000 to run the line from the house out to Mill Plain Road.
Oh, so that 82 is not to replace the septic, that's to hook up to the sewer.
That's another issue with the septic. I don't think this house was built 50 years ago, and I don't think it would be, the land would be, you could put a new septic system in because of the old septic system. You'd have to get rid of all the contaminated dirt. I don't think they do that.
Because you don't have any other flat land for a septic
exactly.
field. Okay.
Exactly. And the only flat land I have down by the septic system floods when it rains. So it would never pass a perk test or anything.
And the comparable houses that we looked at, they are assessed for less, and they all have septic. And
okay.
Yeah, so that's another consideration there. We have some examples of that you had asked for.
Yeah. So
somebody had asked for.
So the comps are not on. They have town sewer. You're saying they're not on septic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Issue.
So you mentioned here an issue with the water line as well.
The water line's a real bad, tough issue. The water line is, for some reason, it's a private water line that runs out under the town road. Runs out under the town road and out to Mill Plain Road, where it hooks in. It's very unorthodox because we don't have any control over heavy trucks running over the road, and I can't get insurance because it's over 300 feet.
Interesting.
I cannot get insurance because it's over 300 feet, and that's because I think is a hardship. If it breaks or cracks or whatever, there's a leak, I won't be able to. It costs me a lot of money.
That's okay.
And that was the comparison my wife was talking about.
Right.
We have them for you.
Okay,
The thing,
great.
the bottom issue there is just something we wanted to make
Okay,
public, you know. About the zoning allowed to put 2 swimming pools up above, which actually, because of the back slant in the backyard, the filters are like 65 feet away from us. One is anyway. The other one's a little further, and we can't even open our bedroom window at night in the summertime because of the pool filters. They allow them to put the pool filters right on the property line,
oh, wow, okay.
which is not significant, I don't think, but I just wanted to make it. I wanted to make it an issue.
And the erosion too. He
The
went down
erosion.
and
That's another
complained.
story.
Yeah, he went down and complained when they first were putting the pool in, and now they're going to put another one in other
They
house.
did put another one.
Oh, they already did that. Yeah, so he went down and complained. He was concerned about the erosion, but you know they allowed it to go through.
Okay. So you said you have some comps as well that
Yep.
you brought?
This is a picture of a picture.
Oh, the
A
plot.
copy of this is the residence here.
Okay.
And this is the road up here. And the shaded areas where you cannot walk. You can't
So
get-
this is really, this kind of bowling alley is your usable
It's 14, 15 feet.
backyard.
This is the front yard.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And this is the backyard.
It's become more of a challenge as we're in our
You can't-
70s.
I
now.
brought in more photos, but you can't get a perspective unless you
Right.
really look at it.
I get the idea. I also relate to it very well because when we bought our house, we had a very similar kind of thing, and we spent a lot of money building retaining walls and
Yeah.
moving a lot of dirt and
Yeah.
stuff. And
So the way it's situated, we couldn't get a machine back there.
oh, okay.
And like I said, the perspective you can't get with a picture, especially with a cell phone. If you're standing there, you
To
can
really see
yeah.
the angle, but yeah,
So I laid a board down on the angle, and I
I measured it.
put a compass on it.
Okay. Well, this is helpful. Okay. I'll just add this to the file
These are
here.
the comps.
Okay.
These are all under our appraisal.
And
These are all under our appraisal. They all have septic. They're all around the same. There's definitely 4
Wait,
bedrooms.
they all have septic or sewer?
I'm sorry,
Sewer.
sewer. They all
Okay.
have sewer.
And are they all
They all have 4
similar
bedrooms.
neighborhoods?
4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, roughly a half acre. Some of them have exactly a half acre.
137 Lane. Field card for that one. That's here. About 137 Lane. Here we go. So this house was built in 1974, a few years before yours, I guess.
Is that significant?
No, not at all. I was trying to figure out why. I was just looking at it, trying to figure out why there was no sale price at all on the home. But it's because I guess the original owners.
I was going by the appraisals because
Right.
I tried to get a recent sale, but Vision Appraisals, it wouldn't come up. Yeah, I entered it all in the sales search, but nothing came up.
That's weird. I didn't know it showed that. But, right, okay, so their assessment is at 966, or 996, sorry, versus your 1 million. The houses are pretty
1,044,000.
comparable. Different, slightly different neighborhood, I guess.
Is that significant, the neighborhood?
I mean, ideal apples to apples is going to be this. Your neighborhood code is 73, so ideal apples to apples is going to be the same neighborhood code. But I mean, this is nearby, and so that's like certainly helpful. So you didn't find any ones that had recent sales in the time period.
I assume there must have been some. If you can see for yourself, I put in all the information on this, and it came up no data.
Huh. That's surprising.
I was going to go to a real estate.
I wonder
agent
because of the lot size or something, you start to find that close. So, well, that's okay. I mean, it's still helpful to have to see kind of the neighbors. Look at 69 Morehouse. I'm trying to think if any of which ones of these would be closest to you geographically.
Pheasant.
Yeah, Pheasant is pretty close.
They're right on the river, so it's a nice spot.
So let's see, 92. Pheasant Lane. Pull that up. That's great. Have when people didn't show up, we have the luxury of a little bit of time, so get as much information as I can here for you. Okay. This one, oh, that's interesting. That was just a transfer within 2024, but it was just a transfer within the family or something, so it's not helpful.
Usually a divorce.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 'cause otherwise, yeah, the last sale was 2014, so not very helpful. Still, that's yeah. I mean, the first one, the 130 Pheasant, is almost identical to your house.
Yeah,
I mean, within a couple of square feet size-wise, almost identical lot size. This one's maybe, just barely 200 square feet smaller, but everything else is identical. It's one of these, I actually kind of put 3 of them into my notes. So I'm just going to pick the info one here. I'm really surprised that there weren't any sales. I wonder if it was because of the lot size or something. I think because there's so many houses. A lot of the houses, on Mill Plain and stuff, are not half acre. They're
small.
third or quarter acre.
Or not, they didn't excavate the lot properly when they built the house.
161.
Stuck it in it.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how they.
We have 5 neighbors still.
But when we bought the house,
Well, the house is
we needed the property on the teacher's salary. That was
Right.
what we could do, and
we needed the
in
4
his
bedrooms.
salary.
It's been a good house. In the wintertime, it's a fantastic house.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a nice house, but I understand your concerns with the lot and the backyard and stuff.
And it's old too. It's 50 years old, and no new windows. We just did the kitchen and 1 bathroom.
Okay, so this sold for $695 in May of 21. That's a little early for the revale period.
They just go by
Older.
like a few years.
We try to, especially because COVID threw everything
yeah.
off.
Time frenzy,
Yeah. They put in all those new houses on stilts, and we were concerned that might have raised our, they're brand new houses. I don't know if that raises our property value.
Right. A little bit. So you didn't do a preliminary meeting with Tyler Technologies?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did over the phone.
Did they tell you what they used for comps?
No, they were going to come out and talk about the lot and everything.
Right, but they never did. Disappointing. They I think told a lot of people that they were going to do things like that. So, all right, add all these to the file as well. Is there anything else in terms of the condition of the house or anything special about the house that would factor into it?
Like you said, we just had the
did the
kitchen
kitchen
done a couple of years ago.
The windows,
the
the
windows
roof is 25 years old.
The windows.
The windows.
They all need to be redone. They've never been done.
The
Right.
trim inside the house is dark. Dark
Right.
walnut or something.
Is there finished basement or anything?
No,
Or
not finished.
okay. And your central air conditioning or no?
Yeah, that put in.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's put in.
Okay. Kind of curious how that compares to some of these others. Okay. This 137, they have a whole house generator. I didn't make a note of that. I assume you don't have a generator.
So that adds to the.
Yeah, they have a whole house generator in 137, so I assume you don't have a generator. A pool can go two ways. Some people really want a pool, and then other people insist that the pool actually can.
But you're assessed on the pool.
Yeah, you were definitely assessed on the pool. I don't know why. I've heard people try to argue that some people don't want a pool, that they see it as a detriment, but I don't believe that.
That's when they're your neighbors.
Well, yeah. Would you
Yeah.
recall which one had the pool?
Right behind us.
No, I don't remember on those.
Oh, what do we have to do?
Yeah, I mean, just because if if any of the comps have something significant that cause that value to be higher, then that's helpful to note that.
Oh, I see. So that would make the comparison even more significant.
Right.
Yeah. You saw a pool? Or was
I thought I did. That might have been one I
He
did.
looked at a lot of.
Yeah, we rode around and looked at each
Right.
house and
That's the one on Burroughs, maybe?
no, that doesn't have a pool.
The pool, oh, Huntington Road, that's a little far from your house, that's around the corner from me. Fireplace.
We could probably find one. We're pretty good detectives.
Okay.
That's bunch of other ones.
That's all right. Yeah, it gets overwhelming after a while. So, okay, if you don't have anything else.
I'd just like to have it go on record that we're not trying to be greedy. We
Right.
pay our own fair share, you know. We've been in
First.
the same house for 39 years.
Right.
So, my wife worked for the town, the taxes paid her salary.
Right. Where did you teach?
Actually, I taught at Sherman for 17 years.
Oh, wow.
And then I taught it for 10 years.
Wow, okay.
So 27 years altogether.
Just looking at the wait a minute, I wanna look here. Sorry for one more second.
This year,
Yeah, I have a copy of it here. Yeah, I mean, the 2024 is not based on an actual assessment. It's, it's based on the one from 5 years ago, and each year they just kind of increase it a little bit, but that's still.
it went up 73% originally, and Tyler knocked it down a little bit.
Right. Oh, so they did knock yours down a little bit. What was it originally before they adjusted it? Do you remember?
Not really. It was over one.
Like over 1.1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much over.
Right.
It's like 50.
They reduced it.
Like 50.
They reduced to $50,000, I think.
Okay. I could probably find that.
But you didn't talk about any of the other things like.
No, we didn't really
it was
discuss.
just the land
Well, I
level.
discussed the water line and that stuff. That's what he said, and I discussed the inclines. So that's when he said, "Well, you have to send somebody out to take a look."
Right. I just want to make a note that they were supposed to look at the property, but never did. Okay. So, just to wrap up, the next step, as I explained before, I'll be presenting your position to a majority of the board during a deliberation session for consideration and a vote, and then you'll be notified by the board of the board's decision within 7 days. 7 days of the vote, not within 7 days of now. We have about, I think we're like between a third and a halfway through these initial hearings of 900, so it's a lot. If your appeal is denied, you can reappeal next year during the same time period. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation, which is in 4 years. If you disagree with the board's decision, you can take the next step, which would be to appeal in court, and instructions on how to do that will be in your decision letter. So if you don't have any other questions or information to share, then this hearing is concluded, and you are free to go.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Mr.
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you for coming in and being well prepared.
Any weight?
Yeah, I mean, it's all valuable information, so I'll present all of it. I can't, say how the board will treat anything or decide, but,
In your opinion about that water line, does that seem right to you that it's that way? I mean,
I've never heard of that before. Here, wait, hang on. Give me one. Do our best. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in.
Sure.
Neil Fink, as you know now.
Thank you.
I'm one of 7 of the members of the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Okay.
I'll be hearing your appeal today, and your hearing is also being recorded through the phone here.
Okay.
The current time is 7:20. We just need to go through a couple of procedural things, and then I'll hear your appeal.
All right.
So this is appeal number 489 for 660 Welch Terrace, Lorelei Atwood. The town valued the property at $870,500. You're asking for a reduction to $571,800. I need to confirm that you are the owner of the property. If you can just state your name and just so it's on the recording.
Lorelei Atwood.
And that you confirm that you're the property owner.
Yes.
Okay. And now we have to swear you in. If you'd raise your right hand, it's all very official.
Cool.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'm going to have you sign here that you confirm that this information is accurate and that you were indeed sworn in. So I'll give you the pen there, or you have a pen?
That's okay. I'm already holding it.
Okay, I'm just going to do my part here, and then I'll let you have the floor to do your part. I think I haven't done 100 of these. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's late. So.
Yeah. Just make sure it's recording. Yeah. Okay. So now is your chance to provide whatever information you've put together as evidence to justify your requested value of $571,800.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some notes here. Let me just pull up the right sheet here for you. This is number 489. Make sure I'm doing it on the right sheet. Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, I basically just went through my street, the neighborhood, and looked at really just what their assessments were and what their percentages. And what I saw is that I'm just higher than any of my neighbors.
Okay.
So that's kind of what...
In terms of percentage increase.
Percentage increase, yeah. I live in a Cape. I can compare it to other Capes, and I did that as well. But really, it's, I live on a street with similar houses.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to look up comps, and I looked up, houses around my square footage in the area, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And I just consistently saw that they were, I think my increase is 66%. Everyone on my street was in the 50s. So I pulled all the addresses, and then just, I think one was 62. But then most were like 59, 58, 57, So to me, that was a discrepancy, and I wasn't quite sure why, but I just wanted to, call it to your attention and see if anything can be done.
And there's nothing that you've done to the house, so in terms of improvements that would be a reason to.
No.
So I mean, the only thing is.
I added a fireplace.
You added a fireplace, so that would be $4,500. I think is the value they put on a fireplace.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, there's no other permits or improvements.
Yeah, my bathrooms need to be updated, et cetera. I'm planning on doing a bunch of stuff this year, which is exciting, but I haven't done it yet.
Right.
And most of what I'm comparing it to other homes in the flood zone, so tried to kind of eliminate that as a because I'm trying to compare apples to apples.
Right. Okay. So can I see the other ones that
sure.
brought?
So I just printed out, the info from Vision Appraisal, highlighted the address, and then put the percentage.
Right. Okay. So this is yours.
Yeah. I didn't have time to do any of all of them, but I think I did
Right.
5 or
No,
6
it's
on
fine.
my
I
street.
mean,
I just did like as many as I could do,
Right.
and then I pulled a couple just from other streets as well.
Right. Okay.
And I wasn't sure exactly what you were looking for. So to me, it was more just like, I want to be in line with other people, but
Right.
it's more the percentages. It's not like, oh, my
Right.
house is smaller, bigger, it's more just like it's higher than anyone else's on my
Right.
street.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
another one that's like that's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath? So this one's 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And that's like 848, so it's a little less than yours came out to be.
So that's my next door neighbor. I don't know how to do that one because they have I think it's a total of 4 bedrooms. They have an accessory dwelling unit part
Oh,
of the
okay.
house. So it's like 3 bedrooms in the main house, and then the attached unit is another bedroom and kitchen or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, but
Um,
they're on the same marsh as me. They're on the same. It's pretty similar.
um,
And they just put a new roof on. I don't know what kind of information you want.
Right.
But.
So these are all based on the town appraisals. Did you look at any recent sales in the
So
neighborhood?
explain. I mean, I can. I'm a realtor.
Oh,
I can give
okay.
you whatever information you want, but I wasn't sure. So tell me how you think about this, because I can pull sales,
Right.
but is this based on? I don't know how what lens you're looking through.
Comps of recent sales are really helpful.
Okay. In what
as
way?
well.
Okay. Tell me how, and I can get that to you.
Because this is helpful as well, obviously, because if yours is like just out of line with similar homes in your exact neighborhood,
Right.
then that's meaningful.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what we're trying to do is make sure that your value is in line with what your home would actually have sold for on the assessment date.
Okay.
So if you had a couple of sales in your neighborhood code,
Yeah, for sure.
then that's
So
super
4
meaningful because
Okay.
that's because here if the argument is that the appraisal company made a mistake, then that let me say it a different way. Having the actual sale, that's empirical. When nobody can argue that,
Right. It's
if
not
a
just
sale
based on their
comparable to
opinion.
your house, right,
Yeah.
that's not based on anybody's opinion. This
Yeah.
is a fact.
Yeah.
A house comparable to yours sold for, whatever, $700,000 or whatever it
Yeah.
is, then
Well,
that's what it is. Whatever the number
Yeah.
is, I pulled that number out
our
of thin
appraised
air.
value is not our market value, right? So if you want
Right.
market sales, then yeah, I can totally get to
Right.
that. Those will all be much higher.
Right. Well, the appraisal should be, the assessment is lower, but the appraisal should be market value.
Mm-mm. Do you live in
It should be
Fairfield?
good. I do, yeah.
I guarantee I could sell your house for more than
Well,
the appraised value.
Not my house. 'Cause I made the mistake of not appealing mine, so that's a whole nother story. But
But the market is, very strong.
yeah.
So I can show you recent sales
Mhm.
for, 1,600 square foot cape.
Right.
And then you can, whatever you do with that to see, but it's going to be far higher than any
Right.
of our appraised values.
Okay. That's
So,
interesting.
That's just kind of real estate right now.
Right.
So I don't know.
Because
how
I've definitely had
helpful-
people come in with,
Yeah.
recent sales from
Yeah.
over the last year that,
To me-
comps that were lower than their appraisals.
I think in this town right now, that would be hard to do.
Okay.
But what I don't want to be is paying a higher rate to a percentage than my neighbors.
Sure.
So
Okay,
for
that
me,
makes
that
sense.
felt like the most compelling argument, but I can
Right.
certainly get you
Right. Well, if it's not going to help your case, then I don't want to tell you to do something. Suggest that you do something that's not going to help
however
you.
whatever lens you want me to look through, I'm happy to do that.
I mean, I would suggest you take a look, and it's up to you whether you want to bring that into the assessor's office and have them add it to your file.
I just think that's hard because that's only reflecting the current value.
Right.
None of
Yeah, I
these
mean,
are
you have to go
sold.
back.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you'd have to look at, whatever the, ideally it would be, where did I lost my place here, others from like, that neighborhood code 67.
Yeah.
Um,
To me, that's not really relevant because of how valuable all of our homes are now.
Right.
At this moment in time. But if we're looking at...
Right, but you'd be going back to what they sold for when the appraisals were done. Like,
you mean like 2020 or...
When it was done, like, from, I can't remember what the look-back period was, but it's like almost a year ago that you'd be
Yeah, I mean, they haven't changed that much.
Right.
So,
it's really your choice.
But this is my strongest argument, I guess.
Right. No, and it's reasonable. I'm just saying, you asked, like, what else, we look at, and that is definitely something that we've been looking at, and a lot of people have brought in.
Where there's like a...
sales where there was a delta.
But I also feel like that's they might find one or two that are out of line, and that almost seems less logical to make a change based on one anomaly property that sold for less than, what I'm saying?
It's possible, yeah.
But
I mean, some are unusual.
Like house after house after house after house is valued at less than that.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I mean, there's definitely some that were special circumstances as well.
Right.
I'm
trying to give a more general...
or homes that, had, significant deferred maintenance or things like that.
And it's hard, right? Unless you're in the home, it's very hard to know, like, if it's comparable or not. But if you want me to find homes that sold for less than my appraised value,
I can't tell you that.
There's lots of houses that sold in the 7s right around me.
Right.
But those would be honestly
not comparable.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Right.
They're probably knockdowns at this point in the area, or like not as not as livable as mine. But mine's not brand new, but.
No, I understand, and we had.
And I'm not trying to fool anyone or find that one. You know what I mean? I'm trying to just show like the kind of pattern. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this, right?
Right.
It's like,
I understand.
You're busy, like I don't.
Right.
It was sort of compelling enough to me that I was like, well, I'm going to just chat about this. Have a chat.
Right. I'm just trying to see how you got to 571 when
that was kind of, to me, I hadn't even done this
when
yet.
The appraisals are all.
This was like, oh my God, the deadline is like today, and so I just put a random number. But then I did my homework, and then, I think it's probably higher than 571 for sure. Now that I've actually looked at the numbers, I was just putting something in there, right? To kind of like, I wasn't sure.
Right. No, I understand, like, as a percentage increase and stuff, but every one that you brought in is actually higher than your 870.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, a lot of the houses are bigger, too.
Right. And we'll look at that comparison. I mean, that's why, I'll fill in the comps. I mean, we can look at all of them, but what I usually do is, on my notes spreadsheet, I'll fill in, kind of, you want to pick, kind of what you consider the best 3 or something? Just because, honestly,
it's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, they'll all be in the file and to look at, but it's just helpful to have kind of.
Right. Well, what's the best? Like, if it's like a direct,
whatever you think is going to best justify the lower value for you. So, I mean, I can't tell you.
I see. So you're looking really for that you're looking for the numbers more than the percentages.
To some degree, unless there's a reason for that disparity, like if you say, your house is yours is 1,677 feet. If you have that other one that's the same price as yours is 2,100 square feet, then obviously there's a reason for that yours should be lower.
Let me see what the square footage is. Cut it off. Okay. Yeah, so maybe this one. And it is valued more, so, but it's bigger too.
Okay.
But theirs was only, brought up 62%. Yeah, it's hard to find an exact.
Right, of course. I
But I understand.
You're in this business, so it's
Well, I
like
understand
art
what you're
and
looking
science.
for now.
Like, these at least are like, right in your neighborhood and all too.
Yeah, but I see your point. I wasn't looking at hard numbers. Like,
right.
I see your point that some of these are valued more or whatever, but.
Right. But like I can see like this one is, like 500 square feet bigger. It has an extra bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. So I don't know. Like,
so it definitely justifies, makes sense that it's going to be more than yours.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I was looking at it all wrong.
No, I'm not saying you're looking at it wrong. I'm just saying, like, if you ask what else we look at, and like that's sort of the other thing.
I know.
This is definitely something we look at.
Go back on the MLS and find what you want.
No, this is definitely something we look at, but but that's another thing that we also look at.
But I get it. If you're looking at it the way that you're saying,
right.
I don't think that these are particularly necessarily helpful, except to say that my taxes went up more than other people.
Right.
So I don't know if that's compelling enough for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's peculiar.
Yeah. God, it's hot in here.
And it's finally, because it's warm outside, it's been freezing in here, the last couple of days that I've been in here, and the heat never really works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep threatening they maintain the charm of Old Town Hall by never renovating or something, I think.
Probably no insulation left in the walls.
Yeah.
Well, this is my only chance, right? Like, I can't.
You could, if you had some additional information, you can, because what's going to happen is, and I would go over this at the end, but so the board will meet to deliberate, and I'll be presenting, all, your case and all the ones that I've heard.
Okay.
So if you had some additional information that you wanted to add to your file, you could bring it to the assessor's office this week.
Okay.
And they'll add it, and then I'll get a copy of it.
Okay.
And so, I'm not, but several of, I think I'm in the minority of people on the board that's not a realtor, actually. That's so weird. Must have been just a transfer or something in 2023. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one was. Yeah, they transferred it in and out of like a trust and stuff. I was wondering if this one was a sale in 2023, which would have been a little bit closer. So this one, the 54. Well, this is a multifamily. Is that right?
No,
That's what it says on the field card.
because it has an accessory dwelling unit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I just realized? Isn't the rule, Matt Decker came and talked to our group the other day, and I thought the rule was that if you have an attached accessory dwelling unit, you can't rent out both, right? One has to be, you know the rule on that?
Oh, is that true? So the owner has to occupy
one
of them?
Yes.
That's interesting. I was like...
Oh, whatever. I'm not going to tell on them. But,
I'm wondering where they count the square footage of the ADU, because there's no way...
There's a separate address. I think it's like 50, I actually forgot to...
so the value of that is...
That's
weird
not...
that it's
that's
not in this
not
appraisal.
including it? No, because, there's two addresses on the front of the house.
That's weird, though, because you couldn't sell them separately. Huh.
No,
Yeah,
you couldn't.
I wonder how they do that.
I don't know.
Which
one is that, 54?
54.
So I think it's like 56 or something.
No. I'm gonna make a note to ask the assessor about that, how that works.
Too. Yeah, and my street is full of those houses with accessory dwelling units. So I don't really know how to compare that.
Yeah, and it's a small lot.
They're all so tiny. Mine's tiny too.
Yeah, so it's less than like 0.2 acres. So they're fitting that on. Trying to convince my sister-in-law to let us just build it like a tiny house in their backyard. We want to downsize.
Yeah.
We can't afford to go anywhere else in Fairfield.
Trust me. Yeah. All right. So here's
and they have that's the
like nothing
for
else
dormers.
Coming.
There's nothing on the field card about the ADU.
There, it's like a
so weird.
bedroom. I don't even know. I haven't been inside that part of it. I've only been inside the 3-bedroom, 2-bath one.
Right. Yeah, I'll ask about that. Tell you that.
I don't remember what it. I thought it was like 56, but or 50. No. Yeah, 56, but it's not coming up in vision. Yeah, it couldn't be a separate address. really. Technically, it's not.
Right,
It's just really
because
for the
you couldn't
mailman, I
just,
think.
right, maybe for the mailman, but it
But
should
you
be
can't-
reflected in the value of this property,
Correct.
because it's not like you could sell it separately.
Right. Anyway, sorry to
So
be
in
the
that-
confusing one.
No, that's okay. No, because
Right.
if that's the case, then like, because the main house is pretty comparable to yours at a, not much, I mean, it's an extra $70,000. Yeah, an extra, no, $20,000, but the ADU is probably worth a little more than that, I would think.
Yeah.
So I'll find out about that. I'm curious.
All right. Well, and I'll see if I can find, so how far back am I
Okay.
allowed to go for comp? For,
I'm trying to remember
sales?
I'm forgetting the exact dates. It's like, I think it's, I'm trying to remember, it's like October 24 to 25.
Okay.
I can check with, before, when we're done, I'll check with Peter and so I don't
Okay.
remember the dates. I'm so bad at remembering these things.
All right.
Because that's the, like, period that the values are set for also.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you know how that works. It's like really weird. Like if you built a new house today, it would still get taxed at whatever as if you built the house, like, when the valuation was done a year ago.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, it's really strange. So like if you built a new house 2 years ago or
Yeah.
3 years ago, you're going to see this huge increase now because you were,
Oh, boy.
your new construction was taxed at this artificially low rate.
Right.
But if if you did want to add any information, you can bring it to the assessor's office downstairs. But
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't make yourself crazy about
Okay.
it. Okay. So like I said, if, I'm going to present your case to a majority of the board, and we'll deliberate and vote on any potential adjustment.
Okay.
Then you'll be notified by mail within 7 days of when we make a decision. If your appeal is denied, you can come back again next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal again until the next valuation, which is in 4 years. If you disagree with the board's decision, you can take the next step, which would be to appeal in court, and instructions on how to do that will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
So if you don't have any other questions or any
That's
other
it for
information,
me.
then we're all set.
All righty.
Okay.
I hope you're done for the night.
I am.